Hello, everybody. My name is Carlos, and we're gonna go ahead with a top 5 or top 10 video game series. Okay, so we're gonna focus on Nintendo and Super Nintendo. Nintendo had my Super Nintendo library has a smaller library because I had a Genesis. So Nintendo, Genesis, Super Nintendo. That's the timeline. Okay? So let's keep this simple. Uh Zelda is one of the best games we have in this list. But my favorite games is here we go. Gradius. And hold on here. Ninja Gaiden. Both the first one and the second one, yeah, is here. So that's what we have. So my best is the Ninja Gaiden games. Number 1. Okay, so number 2 is a licensed game, but it's actually a good game if you really spend time with it. Batman. Okay? Excellent soundtrack, excellent gameplay, excellent graphics. It's got everything you asked for. And the worst part is, when we saw it on the ad, we bought it, but we did not expect the game to be that good. I did not expect that to be good. Even back then, it was such a good game. Okay, so number 3 is the Mega Man games. But I'm going to focus on 1 or 2, okay? So, my favorite would be Mega Man 4. Most people focus on Mega Man 2. And the reason for that is because it's kind of easy. It's not hard, but it's not easy either. It's like the best of both worlds. They kind of like use like a lever to go up, down, up. So the 8 bosses, easy. Especially the boss patterns. However, when you go up there, boom, it gets harder, harder, until you get to the climax. But my second favorite Mega Man game is Mega Man 3. Because even though that Mega Man 2 is easy and hard, Mega Man 3 has like the difficulty go from here to here in the first 4 bosses. Okay? So it's kind of like a bridge between easy and hard. It depends on the bosses. Okay? So the other half of the bosses, it gets easier because you have more weapons at your disposal. However, once you finish that, it gets harder, more epic. That shower stage, epic. I don't know how Capcom did it, but they did it. Okay, that's the sweet spot. Now, we did 5, 4, 3, right? So 2 is actually similar to Zelda here, okay? Zelda is revered as the best open world Nintendo game, but it's a little easy, especially if you know everything. Okay, Master Blaster. That's number 2, I guess. I don't know, but the sad part is it's not really accessible to everybody. It's a little hard. And it gets convoluted a little later. But it's hard at first, but it doesn't get easier. It gets easier, but it gets harder. So if that makes sense. It's like it starts hard, but it goes down a little bit, and then it goes up, and then it goes down like a valleys, you know what I mean? Until you get to the end. My favorite part of the game is more the Zelda style mini maps. There's 2 stages. One is the overworld, where you get to platform everywhere. But then there's the Zelda style exploration game. I like that one more than this one because the controls it's nice but restrictive, if that makes sense. Okay, so number 1 game for me would be, and this is very hard because I actually like Ninja Gaiden because I can master it and play the game. I beat Ninja Gaiden 2 in about a few hours. Maybe I'll do a live stream of that, show you what I can do that. But I need the equipment to do that, so it would have to be another Zelda clone. Blaster Master is not really a clone. It's taking inspiration from Zelda. But Guardian Legend has ideas that are similar to Zelda. Most people liken it as like a clone, but not exactly a clone. But yeah, that's my number 1 on this box. Because here's the thing, I have all these games here. See? That's a huge selection of games. Now, runner-ups would be Star Soldier. Come on, get your ass in there. And Double Dragon. It's ripped. Yes, I know. Gyrus. Yeah. And Magmax. So we're gonna move on to Super Nintendo. It's gonna be a smaller one. Mostly ports of games we already have. Alright, so my favorite would be Earthworm Jim. That's my number 1. Because it has ideas and design decisions that proceeds today. Okay, so the hold on here. Where is it? Where'd it go? Okay, no. Anyway, Donkey Kong Country was more or less inspired by Earthworm Jim. More or less. They have similar design philosophy because of the foreground is over here and the graphics are like this and it goes like this. It's like a complicated mishmash of styles of platforming, and that's how it's. And back then, it won many Game of the Year awards and influenced later games in the library. Nothing came after it very well. The only one that went pretty well after that is Earthworm Jim 2. But after that, the series drop off a cliff. You know what I mean? They were never able to replicate the success of the first one and the second one. But yeah, that's it. Now, number 2 would be Mega Man. Especially Mega Man 2. Mega Man 1 was the stepping stone for Mega Man X2, because the design ideas were evolved into the second one. So the first one was the genesis of everything that came to 2. So that's my second one. Okay. Number 3, and this is gonna be agreeable to everybody. Super Metroid. Nobody would do Metroidvania better than Super Metroid. Nobody. Okay? Nobody. Even today, nobody can do it better than them. Yeah, so let me see here. Number 1 is gonna be Zelda. Link to the Past. The reason why I put it at number 1 is there's this special design philosophy that just cannot be matched, not even today. And I don't know, it has something special, and you would have to be there to feel the gameplay. I bought it a little while later, because I was late to Super Nintendo in the first place, so that's what happened there. So yeah, that's gonna be the video for Nintendo and Super Nintendo. Until next time, I'll do the Nintendo 64 and above later. But that's my stepping stone for the next one. See you later, everybody.